Hi, how y'all doing? It is Monday, May 26th, almost 6:30 p.m. as of recording this video. It is Memorial Day. I'm not one to say happy Memorial Day. It's a day to be happy, happy we're free. So, happy Memorial Day in that regard. But to me, it's more of a day to be reverent, thankful, thoughtful, to think of and remember those that have sacrificed a lot, in many cases have sacrificed everything to ensure that we are and we stay free. Sometimes you look at some of the way things go here and you think, well, yeah, free, but how free? And that's true. Our freedom here in the U.S. is not infinite, and it is not without caveat in a lot of ways. But at the same time, we are the freest land in the world. We are the freest country in the world. We have more freedoms here than anywhere else in the world. And that is because of brave men and women that are willing to stand up and fight for that freedom. And again, unfortunately, in many cases, sacrifice everything for that freedom. So today is a day to not have parties and blast loud music and shoot off fireworks, in my opinion. It is a day to be thankful and reverent and thoughtful. That's just my opinion, anyway. Joey will be coming back this evening from his Grams down in St. Pete. I won't get him this evening. He's got school tomorrow. And it's not planned for him to ride the bus, so I won't be getting him until Thursday. But he's coming back, so that's good. I'll feel better. Tomorrow, my folks are coming out to take me to the cardiologist to get fitted for a heart monitor. And after that, we are going to go and get them a lawnmower. I had money saved back to hire that attorney, foreclosure defense attorney. But now I'm not going to need to do that because of this deal that Rocket Mortgage has offered me. And it's not a maybe so, maybe no. It is definite. All I have to do is accept it and then follow along. And I'm going to do that because it's something that, while it's not going to make life easy, it's going to make life doable. So I was going to take that money that I had saved for the attorney was saving for the attorney. And use it for co-pays for my eyes and at the cancer clinic. What I had saved up won't go very far, but it'll mean a little bit less begging for money on GoFundMe for a month or two. Probably not two. But my dad had that heat stroke, and he had it because he was trying to cut his grass with a push mower. That's what set it off. And we can't be risking that. I can't let him do that. I used to load my riding mower up in the back of my truck and drive out there and cut their grass for them. I can't do that now. And whereas it costs them about a little bit more than a quarter of a tank to come out here and go back, it costs me a full tank of gas to go out there and come back in my truck. So like if they were to come out here, get my truck, load up the mower, that's a whole extra tank of gas for them to go out there and then come back. I have ramps, and I can, get my tractor in and out. I can ride it up in and out. My dad is a little bit nervous about those kinds of things. I would be very worried about him trying to load and unload, my riding mower at his house by himself, and with his hydrocephalus, that makes things even more interesting in a bad way. I have my little trailer. They could come get it and load my mower up out there and then take it out there and bring it back. That would be less gas, but still my dad trying to unload and load a riding mower by himself because my mom can't help. And my riding mower, like I said before, every other damn time I use it, there's something wrong with it. And the motor's starting to knock just a little bit. If it was, 20, 30 years older than what it is, go for years with a knock. But this one has me concerned. I'm hoping that I can get through, at least the majority of the summer on this one without having to replace it. But right now the deck belt is broke. I came out to work on it today. Last time I used it, I thought the deck belt just got bound up because the PTO clutch cable has gotten stretched, and it's not made to where you can adjust it, which pisses me the hell off. You just have to replace it. The belt was broke, that cable's stretched, so I bit the bullet today and I ordered a belt and a cable on Amazon. The belt was $13 on Amazon. The same belt at Tractor Supply would be $21. They don't have them at Walmart. Uh, and I went ahead and ordered a new clutch cable. That was only $10, you know. I say only. 10 bucks is 10 bucks is 10 bucks, but summer is afoot and my grass is growing. I need my mower running. But they do too. They need a mower too, and I can't go out there and do it for them right now. And there's no way my mom could do it. My dad's the hell of it is, my dad is the most able of the three of us, and he is in far from, good shape. He just had this heat stroke, so I'm biting this other bullet and going and getting them a riding mower tomorrow. By no means anything fancy, and it certainly isn't new. I wouldn't get a new one anyway. New lawnmowers, just like new cars, are shit. They're not worth a shit. They're not made to last. This one I think is about 7 or 8 years old now, which is still a little bit too new for the lawnmower, because not made to last. The one I got is 7 or 8 years older than that, and is newer than I like and than what I'm used to, but I needed it. Well, I bought that one to flip it, actually. It didn't run when I bought it, and I figured I could fix it and flip it, but then I ended up needing it because I had to sell my Craftsman too. I miss that damn thing every damn day. Didn't used to have problems like I have with this damn thing, with that one. That was like an 88, and that damn thing go forever. This one is it's a Troy built, and it's a smaller mower. It's like a 34, 36 inch cut, I think. Single blade. But it runs and cuts good. Guy said he just cut his yard with it yesterday. I found it on Marketplace this morning because I said I got to get my dad. I got to get my dad something. We can't risk, him having another damn heat stroke. And right now there's nothing else. And springtime, summertime, here in Florida, especially once the rainy season kicks off, you just about got to cut the grass once a week. So I got to get them a rider. Found this one this morning on Marketplace for $300. It's a big chunk of what I got, and will take away from medical copays, but I got to make sure that my dad doesn't have another heat stroke. So they're gonna come out here, my folks, in the morning and take me to my cardiologist to get fitted for the heart monitor, and we're gonna hit the ATM, get the money out. We're gonna come back here, get my little trailer, and then we're gonna head out to Palatka and get it. It's out, much closer to where they live. It's not that far away. I'll have to go out there and then I'll have to come back. Be easier if they could just go get it, but neither one of them know, small engine stuff. And we want to be able to check it out and just make sure, it's worth handing over 300 precious dollars right now before we load it up. So I have to go. But I'm going to go make sure it's good, and I'm going to get them this mower. And we'll take it back to their house, offload it, secure it, and then my mom will bring me back out here, and That way my dad will be able to cut the grass and, keep their yard looking good and not have to worry about, code enforcement giving them a hard time. They have before when the grass has gotten high. My dipstick of a younger brother, I bought them a riding mower several years ago, another one off Marketplace. Paid like $450 for it. They had it for a month, and my dumbass younger brother left it sitting in full view about 30 feet from the road in their front yard because it threw the ground drive belt, which is the belt that drives the rear axle. And he couldn't figure out how to get it back on. And I couldn't get out there at the time to do it. I said, I'll be out there, a couple days. And my folks don't live in a bad neighborhood, but they don't live in a great neighborhood. There's good and bad parts, and there are plenty of enterprising individuals that if they see a riding mower sitting close to the road in a yard that's not well lit, they don't think twice about running up there and liberating said riding mower, and that is exactly what happened. So with this one, I'm going to make sure that they keep it out of sight and that they chain it to something. They've got an orange tree at the back end of their mobile home. We're going to park it back there and chain it to that orange tree. But this is something that's got to be, because we can't afford the county to start hassling them, because the county will, and we can't be caught with our pants down, so to speak. And we've got to make sure that my dad doesn't have another heat stroke. We can't risk it. And I can't get my ass out there to do it. I wish to God I could. Pisses me off so much being locked in here because I can't see. Not well enough to do what needs to be done. So the best solution is to get them a cheap rider. And if you don't live in Florida, they may be cheaper elsewhere. But to find a running, cutting, riding mower in Florida this time of year for $300 is extremely rare. You expect to spend, $500 to start at $500 to maybe get something halfway decent. Which is another reason, I've got to go check this thing out. But the guy did send me a video of him cutting his grass with it, and it looks, sounds good, and does what it's supposed to do. So, knock on wood, everything's straight with it. He said it might need some carb work. I can do that. And then hopefully, my folks get at least the summer out of it. And like I said, if we get this summer out of it, before any major repairs have to be made, it'll definitely be well worth the $300. So that's what we're doing. And I'm again doubly glad, Rocket Mortgage has come to me with this deal, because it allows me to buy my folks a riding mower, which is something they desperately need. Take a pretty good bite out of that copay, out of that money I'm going to have for copays, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to keep working on the GoFundMe. I'm going to reorient the GoFundMe a little bit. Definitely need to update it. And hopefully, you know, I can keep some coming in every now and again to help with the bills. But it'll be all right, I think. The one unknown as far as money right now is the cancer clinic. You know, they hit me for $30 every time I go in for an office visit. They hit me for 124 for the scan. You know, if it's back, I don't know what treatment's going to look like, but I don't know what treatment's going to cost either. I may not be able to afford, you know, whatever they're going to try to hit me with for copays for the treatments. Like I said before, when I was doing chemotherapy, we had good insurance through my wife's work, but if we hadn't had that, it would have been $98,000 every single time I sat down in that chair and got a dose. $98,000. And I was doing that twice a month, doing that every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. A lot of money. And I've got about the shittiest insurance out there. I don't know, my mom, she has Better or something like that. And hers isn't worth a damn either, but what I got right now is absolute trash. Albeit I probably would not be alive right now if I didn't have it. So there is that. But I don't know what I'm going to be looking at as far as that. And I don't know how much longer my eyes are going to drag on. You know, that is, see, it's $70 for my injections. It's like $140, I think, for the surgeries. And then there's stuff that stacks up because the insurance company doesn't pay for this or that. And I'm begging for, you know, this to conclude with my eyes so I can, you know, stop having to make this copay, and so that I can also, you know, get my glasses, and then I can see to drive, and then I can do things like go out and do stuff for my folks. You know, I'm not strong. I'm missing half a foot, but I'm still capable. Today is the first day that I've come out here and done any work out in the yard since my heart attack, SVT, whatever that was. I have not done much, but I have come out here and done some stuff. I have gotten sweaty, and that did feel quite good to actually do something. My little blue trailer, I had it parked off over there by the fence, and I had some junk on it that I was moving around, you know, last year before shit hit the fan. And, you know, it sat there for over a year, kind of sunk into the ground. I backed my truck over to it. Fought like hell to hook it up because I couldn't see the trailer in the mirrors. So I just kind of had to guesstimate, and I actually had to use a ratchet strap to pull the trailer tongue over to the ball on my truck and then latch it down. But where there is a redneck will, there is a way. So got it hooked up to my truck, drug up over here, and parked back where I parked my truck, and I got the shit off my trailer. A couple years ago, it would have taken me 20 minutes. Today it took me 3 hours. Move a little bit, go inside, sit down, come back out, move a little bit, go inside and sit down. But I got it done, and I'm very proud of myself. I have hit my time limit, it looks like, so I'm gonna jump off here. I will update y'all with whatever goes on tomorrow. My GoFundMe link will be in the description. I no longer need it to try to save the house. That wasn't going to happen anyway, but unfortunately I do still need it. So if any of y'all care to help out, every little bit helps, and I thank you so very much. Especially the last few donations that have been made. Got me through. Got me to the doctor and back. Hope y'all have a good holiday weekend. Had a good holiday weekend, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.